Tension's a good thing.
What happens when the closest of allies suddenly begin drifting apart? Are we witnessing the unraveling of an 80-year marriage between Europe and the United States? Today's political climate feels like living inside a satire, with people shouting over Trump, Russia, wars, trade, and the very meaning of democracy itself, while Europeans watch in both fascination and fear. On the streets of Vienna and Bavaria, ordinary citizens admit America's America First stance feels like isolation, a retreat that could damage not only Europe, but the US itself, with some calling it disastrous and others insisting Trump is good for the economy.
If somebody's winning, it's a little bit harder to do than if somebody's losing.
Even if personally they find him distasteful. Yet what strikes most is the split reaction. While some say without America, Europe is lost, others argue this is the wake-up call the EU needs to finally stand on its own. Still, beneath the interviews about Trump, Biden, and tariffs lies something bigger.
It makes it much more exciting.
The realization that America's two-party system is holding its people hostage to endless tribal fights, with Germans warning that attacking judges and the press is how dictatorships start. Austrians comparing today's rhetoric to the slow creep of fascism in the 1930s. And yet others saying both sides in the US push each other further into extremism instead of compromise. But Europe isn't exactly stable either. France in political chaos, Germany struggling to keep coalitions intact, the UK still reeling from Brexit, Italy cycling through 69 governments since World War II, even Belgium once going 652 days without a functioning administration, proving democracy is messy everywhere. And in that chaos, figures like Elon Musk jump in.
You know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Endorsing far-right parties and leaving Europeans unsettled at the idea of billionaires meddling in politics, while everyday people shake their heads wondering how such figures rise to power at all. Some say the system itself is broken, that humans are too addicted to picking teams, demonizing the other side, and missing the larger issues like climate change, inequality, and global security. But others point out that disruption has always defined history, that this tension is simply the next chapter of a world order shifting under our feet, with some Europeans even admitting they'd vote for Trump themselves, impressed by his bluntness.
It's time for the working man and woman to finally catch a break. We are going to bring back the...
While others fear what his return means for the environment and the poor. What becomes clear in these candid street conversations is that the bond between Europe and America is strained, but not yet broken. A marriage in crisis that may either end in divorce or rediscovery, depending on whether both sides can adapt to change rather than cling to the past. Because if the last few years taught us anything, it's that history doesn't move slowly anymore. It comes at us in real time like a high-speed train, with everyone clinging on, trying to make sense of it all. And as the world's balance of power shifts, we are left asking, is this decline or simply evolution? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The choices made now will echo for generations, shaping not just alliances, but the very idea of democracy itself. Thanks for watching this deep dive into politics, power, and perception. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because at FameWave, we bring you the stories that matter, the moments that shake history, and the voices that remind us we're all part of the same global conversation.